Today I'm going to tell you a story about a human stupidity. Now listen to this. Do you remember Samson? Samson is this huge dog that we rescued about a year and a half ago. Gigantic. It's like a big polar bear of a dog. So wonderful, so kind. He was practically blind. He had 2 tumors on his eyes. We operated the tumors and he recovered vision pretty well. But very old, huge, with lots of problems in his bones. He could not walk properly, plus the eyes, plus a big infection on the ear. Anyway, we treated all of that. Samson recovered very nicely, and he found nice, or so we thought, a home in Germany. So we screened the families pretty well. This is the reason why we don't have as many returns as many other charities do. We pride ourselves in having a pretty good screening team, but sometimes things don't go as planned. So I took Samson to Germany myself, jumped on a plane, took him there. The trip was complicated because, couldn't see very well, plus it's so huge, we needed a special cage. It was an odyssey. So we arrived there. Family was very nice. They came to the airport and, we went home. In the first 5 minutes there, I noticed that maybe we made a mistake. I couldn't pinpoint what the problem was, but there was something about the woman in the house. There was something there. She didn't know. So we spent the day there, the evening. Samson was nice. He sat there, watched us all having dinner, and there was a kid. The kid knew about dogs. They had another dog as well. So I was quite confident that it would be a success. But there was something about that woman. Anyway, I can laugh now, but it's been difficult. So the next day, I flew back to Spain. I had just landed when I received a note from those people saying that they wanted to return the dog immediately because apparently he had growled the little kid. Now, please bear in mind that Samson is he doesn't see very well. So he growled at the kid and he needs to be picked up immediately. Samson is in Germany. No. They want him out. My God, what are we going to do? So luckily, one of the neighbors of this family, who was the person that introduced us to the family in the first place, volunteered, said, don't worry, I'll pick him up, I'll bring him home, and let's organize his return to Spain. God, I had just returned from the trip. We had incurred all that expense, and my time. Look, I mean, I have a young family. For me to go on those trips, it's a big sacrifice. Those of you who have babies, you don't want to leave them on the weekends when you have time for them. Still, I have to go on the weekends and take animals home. I do it with pleasure, but it's difficult. So we organized it, and the neighbor, very kind lady, agreed to bring him back herself to Spain. So we paid for the ticket, the box, everything again, and Samson came back. It's really difficult to select the right home for our animals. It's very difficult. I have no doubt that everyone that writes to us is full of good intentions and they want to do the best for the animal and everything. But part of our job is to make sure to reduce the risk of return, to reduce the risks for those animals that go to homes that maybe after a while they will not want them. So what we did for Samson is been done for other animals. We always take our animals back, but our biggest effort here is to make sure we don't make mistakes. Mistakes can happen. We are human, I'm more human than anyone else, and I do make lots of mistakes. But all our efforts are to reduce the chances of return, to make sure that the animals spend a long, happy life in their homes. So, for those of you who don't know Samson, or you have arrived to this channel after we rescued him, here is Samson's story, and here is the time that he spent with his family in Germany, exactly 1 or 2 days, I think it was, and here is also Samson's new life today. Remember, he was kicked out because he growled, apparently, to a kid. Incredibly, since he arrived to Spain, he's always been with kids. He loves kids. He's the sweetest dog in the world. His best friend is a kid. He's a kid lover. So what does this tell you? No. People is anyway, unbelievable.
was at home again beside the stream. Then you walked past me, and you saw me and smiled. I will never forget the first time when I saw you. I thought I lost my mind. Blue and faded was blown away and left behind. I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right. Woke up lonely, and for you there is nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I would walk 1,000 miles just to see you.
Everything you see in this channel can only happen because of the generosity of our friends. So if you think what we do is worthy, if you have connected with us, if you would like to come on board, please join us. Join us on Patreon. This is providing us a stable income so that we can continue saving lives. Please join us on Patreon.